article was published 7 hours ago, and remember, in every video for the last week, I have been urging these CEOs to step up and donate their salary to the drivers, right? And right now, out comes this article about coronavirus prompts these CEOs to give up their salaries. It's the first article out there. It's 7 hours old. I've been pushing and pushing and pushing this issue for the last 2 weeks. So who stepped up, right? A growing number of CEOs are foregoing their salaries as US companies contend with financial difficulties during the coronavirus outbreak. Coronavirus had devastating financial consequences for hotels, restaurants, airlines, and various other industries forced to alter operations to slow the spread of the virus. Social distancing practices and bans on mass gatherings have forced widespread temporary store closures, right? So without a steady source of revenue, many businesses have conducted layoffs or garnished employee wages to conserve resources. The congressional leaders have worked on the bailout package designed to provide much needed relief to embattled industries and small businesses, right? In some cases, top business leaders have forfeited their base salaries to ease the financial burden. And we're going to go over these right now. And if you can recall, this morning I made a video, again, calling on Uber CEO Dara K to forego 80% of his salary. And it was announced today that Logan Green and John Zimmer, the two who are heading Lyft, are giving up 100% of their salary between January and June, right? And that is a goodwill gesture towards the drivers, a step in the right direction, showing leadership, just like these people are doing right now. I'm going to read you their names. So Adam Aron, CEO of AMC Entertainment Holdings. What does he do? At this time, AMC is not terminating any of its corporate employees. However, we were forced under the circumstances to implement a furlough plan, which is absolutely necessary to preserve cash and to ensure that AMC can reopen our doors once this health crisis has dissipated, the company said in a statement. It doesn't say whether he's giving up his salary. American Airlines, the embattled airline, said company president Robert Isom would reduce his pay by 55% beginning in April, while other senior executives would give up 50% of their base salaries. American Airlines CEO Doug Parker has not taken a salary since 2015 and is compensated via stock grants. Boeing CEO Dave Calhoun and Chairman Larry Kellner will forego their pay for the rest of 2020. Now, here we go. This is what I'm calling for. This guy here is basically foregoing his pay for the rest of 2020. That is what I call on Dara K with Uber to do, as well as all the other gig worker executives that I will be calling out by name tomorrow. Do something, rise above, show leadership, show compassion in these times, and dig into your pockets. There is no need for Dara K to earn $45 million in 2020. Even if he were to earn $5 million and forego $40 million, that's a lot of money, folks, right? So in the months prior to the coronavirus outbreak, Boeing shares saw significant declines as the company navigated the grounding of its 737 MAX aircraft. The plane is set to return to production later this year. I also know that the airline industry got a massive bailout during this $2 trillion stimulus. Next one, Cheesecake Factory. In response to the sharp decline in business, Cheesecake Factory CEO David Overton and other top executives are reducing their salaries by 20% effective April 1, according to regulatory filing. The company's board will also reduce cash retainer fees for its members by 20%. Amen. Thank you for stepping up. Columbia Sportswear Company. The president and CEO of Columbia Sportswear Company, Tim Boyle, is cutting his salary so the company can continue paying employees after all of its stores temporarily closed earlier this month. Boyle's salary will be slashed to $10,000 for the remainder of 2020, a Columbia Sportswear Company spokesman confirmed. The company's top 10 executives have also voluntarily cut their pay by 15% for the remainder of the year. Now, those are true leaders, right? They care about the employees. We don't really see that in the rideshare industry. But again, on the same note, I'm very happy that Logan Green and John Zimmer stepped up today, offering 100% of their salary from January to June. Delta Airlines, my friends, in a memo to staffers, Delta CEO Ed Bastian said he and the airline's board of directors will give up to 100% of their salaries over the next 6 months. That wording is a little bit strange. If you give up to 100%, some will, some won't. Dick's Sporting Goods, the sports retailer, said in a March 19th SEC filing that CEO Edward Stack and President Lauren Hobart would forego their salaries starting on March the 29th. Endeavor, Hollywood producer Mark Wahlberg and talent agent and co-CEO of William Morris Endeavor, Endeavor CEO Ari Emanuel and Executive Chairman Patrick Witzel said they would not take a salary in 2020 as the global talent agency announced roughly 250 layoffs across its various businesses. Ford Motor Company. Ford CEO Jim Hackett told employees Thursday that the company's top 300 executives will defer 20% to 50% of their pay for at least 5 months starting May 1 due to the coronavirus crisis. Executive Chairman Bill Ford will not take a salary for that period. The announcement comes the same day that Ford said it plans to reopen 5 of its North American assembly plants starting April the 14th. General Electric CEO and Chairman Larry Culp will give up his base salary for the remainder of 2020. David Joyce, Vice Chairman of GE and President and CEO of GE Aviation, will forgo half of his salary. The decision takes effect on April 1st. Hopefully that's not an April Fool's joke. Lyft. What happens with Lyft? Here we go. Our industry. Lyft co-founders John Zimmer and Logan Green said they would donate their salaries through June toward the rideshare company's efforts to support its drivers amid a downtick in travel. What's up, Dara? You don't have to give up any money? Are you that greedy? Do you have to hold on to your $45 million? Step up, buddy. Marriott. Marriott International CEO Arne Sorensen said in a video message he would give up his salary for the rest of 2020. Amen. Thank you very much. We salute you. That's the way to go. United Airlines. United CEO Oscar Munoz and President Scott Kirby are foregoing their base salaries through June as the airline contends with a reduced operating schedule necessitated by the outbreak. Thank you. We salute you. Walt Disney Company, citing the current national health crisis in an SEC filing, Disney announced a series of pay cuts for a number of executives, including Executive Chairman and Chairman of the Board Bob Iger and new CEO Bob Chapek. Mr. Iger has agreed to forego, through the last payroll period in the company's current fiscal year, receipt of all but that portion of his base salary necessary to fund on an after-tax basis, wow, it's getting very legal here, his contributions to continue to participate in the company's health benefits plan. He's also waiving his right to receive his car allowance payable during the same period. I don't know how much that money is, but okay. In the same period, the salary waiver is in effect. Additionally, Mr. Chapek will forgo receipt of 50%, the filing stated. Okay, whatever that amounts to, they're obviously giving up something. Fantastic. Yum Brands CEO David Gibbs announced he was foregoing the rest of his base salary in 2020 as part of the company's efforts to financially support restaurant general managers and employees around the globe who have been impacted by the pandemic. But it's really not about me, Gibbs told Fox Business. Stuart Varney Monday during a phone interview, this is all about the frontline employees and making sure we take care of them. Maybe Dara K can listen to this guy and learn from this guy. Okay. Instead, the funds will be allocated for one-time $1,000 bonuses for nearly 1,200 general managers at the company-owned KFC, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, and Habit Burger Grill. Very cool. Well, there we have it. So we haven't heard from the Uber CEO. He has not stepped up yet. We will call him out tomorrow. We have not heard from the Uber Eats team. If they have given up anything, we will call them out tomorrow. We have not heard from any of the Grubhub directors. We'll call them out tomorrow. We'll call out the executives of DoorDash. We will call out the executives of Postmates. We will call out the executives of Instacart. We will call out all the executives of Amazon, and so on and so on. That, my friend, I think is going to be my longest live feed tomorrow. I know the kids in this house are going to dread that. I know that Laura is going to dread that because I'm going to be yapping away all afternoon. And again, thank you to those CEOs who stepped up. You're role models for other CEOs to follow. And I urge all executives, all CEOs worldwide to follow these leaders. These are true leaders that are stepping up in difficult times. Thank you very much. Amen, my friends.